Good morning, friends. It is Monday, May 4th, 2020. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Last week, we learned about insects and the adaptations they've made to stay safe. We also practiced number bonds for 6 and 7 and learned about BR blends. Brr. Can you think of two friends in our class with the brr blend in their name? We have so many. They're listed down below in green. Bryson, Braylon, Brockton. We also have somebody with a Burr blend and their last name, Miss Aubrey Brown. Today we will learn about insect behaviors and do some writing. Have a great day. Love, your teachers. Welcome to calendar. As you can see, I've changed out our calendar because April is now over and it is the month of May. Nice job. When I look at the calendar, I know that today is Monday. We just got back from a nice, relaxing, long 3-day weekend. You had Friday off to relax and catch up on anything you had to work on. You had Saturday and Sunday to relax. Maybe you went outside. Maybe you helped mom and dad with some things around the house. I know I did some of that stuff. And today it is Monday. We are back to work learning about insects and reading and practicing all the great things we're good at. So today is, if you'd like to say it with me, Monday, May 4th, 2020. In May, we know the season is spring. Yay! Today's weather is, here you go, you have 10 seconds. Head to the window, my meteorologist, and come back with the weather outside. All right, I'm wondering, is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it snowy? Is it thunderstorms? What do you think? Whatever it is out there today, nice job. If today is Monday, that means yesterday was, Sunday. Nice job. And today is Monday. That means tomorrow will be Tuesday. Nice work. Our new power word of the day is, drum roll please, dun 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 dun, on. On is spelled with 2 letters. O-N spells on. I know a lot of friends get this word mixed up with the word no because it looks almost the same, but the letters are reversed. We know that no is spelled N-O, but this is the word on. This is a helpful trick to remember this, that if you start your mouth, remember not all power words work like this, but in this word, if you start your mouth looking like that O and making the sound that a short O makes, ah, it will help you to remember that the word is on instead of no. I'm going to add this to our power word ring. And after I do that, we'll go through some of our power words. I know Mrs. Smart and I have been on Zoom. We've been trying to work on these power words if you're meeting us during the day on Zoom calls. If you're getting a little bit bored and it's a little bit the same thing every day when we go through our word ring like this, I know you guys usually love doing this in the classroom, but if you're getting a little bit bored with that, always remember, you can go on ARC Adventures through Clever on your iPad to practice power words in a more video game type of fashion, or you could always search YouTube for ARC 1G power words. I know there's a couple different teachers on there that do some different fun review activities or games. So you're always welcome to go try those too if you'd like a little switch up in power word practice. Let's go through some of these and then we will move on to our lesson for the day. Here's the word on. Big. She. there, who, with, it. Remember, we're supposed to know these at flash speed. See, we, all. Yes, can't, and, love, come, look, go. I think there's one more back there. A. One more time, our power word of the day is on. Mrs. Smart is usually very, very good at posting an activity for you to work on. Maybe a book to read that includes this power word, so check out her activity for the day with some more power word practice. Nice job. I'm going to take a little break and get started on our read aloud for today. So stay tuned. Get up and do some movement if you'd like to. I think maybe I'll have a little bug dance video coming your way, and then we'll get right into our read aloud about insect behaviors.
Dum diddy diddy do dum diddy dum. Dum diddy diddy do dum diddy dum. Bug and roll. The ants in the grass all march, 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 march.
March, march, march.
March, march, march. The ants in the grass all march, 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 march. All day long. The bees around the flowers all buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. The bees around the flowers all buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz. All day long. Rock and roll.
The fireflies at night all blink, blink, blink.
Blink.
Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. The fireflies at night all blink, blink, blink.
Blink all night long. The caterpillars in the field all creep, 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 creep. The caterpillars in the field all creep, 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 all day long. Dum diddy diddy do dum diddy dum. Yeah!
All right, for our ARC read aloud today, I have a portion of a book called Bug Out, the world's creepiest, crawliest critters. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. We are talking about insect behaviors. After this, I'm going to have you search YouTube to be able to watch insects hunting for their prey. There will also be an activity on Seesaw for you to work on. Those are blends that we learned about last week. We'll finish up with some writing before you're all done, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, like I had just mentioned, I'm going to read a couple different parts of the story Bug Out, the world's creepiest, crawliest critters to you. I can see that it is a white book, which means it's a little bit tougher, it's a little bit longer, so like I said, I'm just going to read bits and pieces of the book so I don't take all day to read. I did want to share with you some interesting insect behaviors that I read about while I was teaching myself, preparing to teach you, some background information about bugs and some of those behaviors that they show to either protect themselves or to find a mate or to find food or just really ways to survive. First of all, about their mating, that's when they find another bug to make babies with. It says that sometimes they use a variety of mating rituals, like different bugs will do different dances, or they'll flutter their wings, or they'll fly in circles to find members of the same species. So maybe a lightning bug will flash its lights a certain way or in a certain pattern to find a mate, which I thought was pretty cool. They also use things like running and flying and hiding, mimicry, which means like they act like another animal or another object, and a chemical defense to stay safe, to protect themselves. I know last week we learned the stink bug puts out that secretion, that liquid, to make themselves smell so other animals will stay away. It's a way to protect itself, which I thought was very interesting. Here it actually says some especially long-legged insects like grasshoppers can detach a leg if it's caught by a predator. That means they could actually lose a leg and a new one will grow back and they'll be just fine. Some animals show hunting behaviors that include hiding in order to ambush prey. So they kind of sneak up on their prey in order to hunt for them, which was really cool. And then here it says insects survive the cold winter in many ways. We know where we live, it gets very cold in the wintertime. You usually don't see quite as many bugs. It says some insects, like the monarch butterfly, migrate south. Did you hear that word migrate? We learned another animal that migrates to warmer climates for the winter. Birds do. Insects who stay in cold climates have several behaviors that help them survive. Some convert water in their bodies to glycerol, which is a type of antifreeze to prevent from freezing. Pretty cool, right? Others go through a resting condition called diapause in the winter, temporarily suspending all growth and development in their bodies. Kind of like hibernation, but in insect world we call it diapause. And then it also says many insects will spend their winter as pupa or eggs. So that's another way to protect themselves and not die from that super, super cold weather. Let's get started reading the story, Bug Out. I'm going to start with chapter 1. It just says here, introduction, a bit about bugs. Do you like bugs? Bugs can be really creepy, but they can also be really cool. One bug stabs its prey and it sucks it dry. Another bug plucks its prey out of the air. There are more bugs in the world than any other type of animal. Some bugs can hurt you. Other bugs help plants grow. Some bugs hunt for their prey. Other bugs stay hidden away. Let's uncover more about bugs. Are all bugs insects? You guys know the answer to that. No! Insects have 6 legs, antennae, and 3 parts to their bodies. This longhorned beetle has a head, thorax, and abdomen. It is an insect. Most insects also have wings. So this bug here, the longhorned beetle, has all those things that a bug needs to be an insect. 6 legs, 3 body parts, antenna, and it also has wings. I don't know what's up with my camera. It looks a little fuzzy. Is that better? This tarantula has 8 legs and only 2 body parts. Spiders are called bugs, but they are not insects. They are arachnids. This here is called a pronunciation. It tells you how to say it if it's a tricky word, and it kind of just spells out the different sounds in the word, the different syllables. Arachnids. Arachnids. So it told me how to say that word. Scorpions are arachnids too. There are more than 70,000 kinds of arachnids. Remember, spiders are not insects. They do not have 3 body parts. They have more than 6 legs, and they don't usually have antennae. Spiders are bugs, but they are called arachnids, not insects. I'm going to skip chapter 1 called Bugs That Hurt. I'm going to skip chapter 2, and I actually want to jump ahead today. The behavior that I want to talk about today in bugs is actually hunting for their food. Sorry, it's a little blurry. I don't know what's going on. Chapter 3, Bugs That Hunt. There are more than 4,000 kinds of jumping spiders. They live all around the world. They can see very well because they have 4 big eyes. Jumping spiders hunt in the daytime, mostly in warm, sunny places. They hide in small cracks in bad weather and in the winter. Those are all different types of spiders. This jumping spider is a sneaky hunter. It does not spin a web like other spiders. It spots a cricket on a leaf. It jumps from a nearby tree and lands on the cricket. The spider kills the cricket with its big, furry fangs. Wow, that's interesting. That is a new learning piece for me because I thought that most spiders caught their prey by spinning webs and catching bugs in their webs. But we just learned something new about that spider. The word assassin means one who kills. There are more than 5,000 kinds of assassin bugs worldwide. Some steal prey from spider webs. Others chase their prey. Most assassin bugs hunt like tigers. They sneak up slowly and then pounce on their prey. This assassin bug grabs a cockroach with its long legs. It stabs the roach with its sharp beak and poisons it. The roach's insides turn into a kind of liquid soap. The assassin bug sucks out the soap until the roach is empty. Yuck! Ew. Who knew bugs were this busy all this time? I thought they're just crawling around picking up the crumbs that we leave everywhere. Diving beetles live in ponds and streams everywhere. They do not wait until they are grown up to hunt. Both baby and adult beetles can dive for food. They eat small fish, tadpoles, and other beetles. The adults swim by using their back legs like oars. These diving beetles can stay underwater for a long time. The adult breathes by storing air under its wings while it swims. The baby beetle hangs upside down and breathes through its tail. Snap! Both beetles grab prey with their sharp jaws. I find it very interesting. I'm not sure if you thought this was interesting. I find it interesting that they're able to swim differently when they're babies from when they're adults. I'm going to read that one more time. The adult breathes by storing air under its wings while it swims. The baby beetle hangs upside down and breathes through its tail. How very interesting. We learned that fish breathe through their gills. And remember, they don't breathe air, they breathe the water. So it's interesting that beetles are able to breathe underwater, but they could also live on land. A baby dragonfly lives underwater too. It swims for a few months or sometimes years until it grows up. Then it becomes a fast flyer high above the water. Dragonflies are good hunters. They have the largest eyes of all insects. They can see in front, below, and behind them at the same time. They can pluck prey out of the air while they are flying. Zoom! This dragonfly zips through a group of flies. It snatches up a meal and keeps on flying. Now that is fast food. Get it? We call fast food like McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King, the places you can drive through. But he's just flying through the air and snatches food. Now that is fast. Fast food. Army ants are fast too, but they live on the ground. And they have tiny eyes that cannot see well, so they hunt by smell. Army ants live in forests all over the world. They have lots of workers and one queen, just like honeybees. Army ants can bite people. They will not hurt you if you stay out of their way. Thousands of army ants march in a long line. They will eat almost anything in their path, including animals much bigger than they are. These ants swarm on a small snake. They bite the snake many times until it is dead. They use their huge jaws to pull the snake into tiny pieces. The army ants won this battle. Ew, they're all feasting on this snake. Gross. That was the end of chapter 3. This chapter is chapter 4, bugs that hide. So that's a different behavior, a different thing that they do to keep themselves safe. We just learned about a bunch of different bug behaviors that they do to keep themselves safe. I want you to remember those because you're going to do some writing, and then I'll tell you about the activity on Seesaw. So your writing is going to be about what we just learned, these bug behaviors, and then your activity on Seesaw will be about those R blends. All right, welcome to writing. As you can see, writing is a little bit different today. I wanted to give you a choice and some different ideas of ways that you could get some thoughts on paper today. So choose one, and I will give you a little bit more detailed approach to what each of these are. But your choices today are to write a process diagram, or you could choose to write about a compare and contrast piece, or finally you could choose an opinion piece, something that's telling us about how you feel. I'll go over those here. One choice for writing was to write a process diagram. This is something that models or maps out the steps of the hunting process. So here you can see I wrote about how the praying mantis hunts. I started with step 1. It sees its prey. I drew a picture to match. Step 2, it blends in and waits. Step 3, grabs with legs. And step 4, bites its head. So I was able to get a lot of ideas out, but by sectioning it off and mapping it out, I was able to write each different part of that process. That's one choice. Another choice for writing today is to do a compare and contrast piece. Now, we've done this a lot with Venn diagrams in the classroom, but putting it on paper will be a little bit of a different step. So here I've compared how a praying mantis hunts to how a firefly hunts. My praying mantis piece says, a praying mantis hides so she can take her prey by surprise. On the firefly side, you see my picture along with a sentence about how fireflies hunt. A female firefly mimics other fireflies' flickers to attract their prey. So I've compared how the praying mantis is a little bit different from the firefly. This might be a good choice for you if you are very interested in multiple bugs, more than one bug or insect, and you want to talk about how they're the same or how they're different in their hunting approaches. The last writing option that I gave you was to write an opinion piece. In an opinion piece, you simply share your thoughts on something. I decided to write about what the smartest insect that I think is. And I wrote, grasshoppers are the smartest insects because they hide before they attack. You could also consider writing about which insect you think is the best hunter, or which is the most useful insect on the planet. You could also think about what the best insect behavior is. Remember, an opinion is not a fact. An opinion means that people could have different ideas and everybody could be right. Have fun with writing today. If these 3 different choices are stressing you out or you're not sure which one to pick, just pick up a pencil or a pen or some crayons and start writing about insects. Remember, my writing prompts are simply a guide and nobody tells you that that's what you have to write about. It's just an idea. We can't wait to see your writing, so please make sure that you share with us. Last but not least, let's get to our activity on Seesaw. It is going to be an R blend activity, which we learned about last week. Let's review those R blends before we get into the activity. Remember, BR says bruh, like brown. CR says cruh, like cricket. DR says druh, like dragonfly. FR says fruh, like frog. GR says gruh, like grasshopper. PR says pruh, like praying mantis. TR says truh, like tree or truck. And WR is a tricky one because that W is silent. It actually says ruh, like wrist. Your job today has been assigned under the Activities tab. It is to simply sort these pictures into the R blends or not R blends column. You're thinking, does this word start with an R blend or does it not? I've also attached a schedule for the week. It seems like it could be a little overwhelming, but if a parent wants to pause it here, they could take a look at it, maybe even take a screenshot of it. I have listed our Zoom meeting times. Remember, I will be on Zoom tonight at 8 p.m. to read a story to you if you'd like to join. Mrs. Smart will be on at 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock today to read with you, to practice power words, to answer any questions, or to just chat. Check out those Zoom times in the bottom row of the table here. I've also listed all of our different jobs throughout the week and then some additional activities if you're looking for more to do. Remember, as always, we love you so much. We're proud of you, and we cannot wait to see you again. Maybe this summer. Love you guys. Have a good day.